Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for February 23rd through the 27th. Sally is hitting back hard, and Victor is completely unhinged. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you are not following us, reach down and hit that subscribe button. And now let's get right into it. Lots to talk about. Monday, February 23rd on Y&R is Season 53, Episode 96, and Chelsea confronts Sally about what Billy and Phyllis did, and Sally reminds her that Adam used Newman Media to attack their rivals. And Sally says she doesn't have sympathy for the Newmans, but this isn't about payback. And Chelsea says Billy went too far. And then Sally has to admit that she broke up with him over this. Chelsea asks Sally to work with her to save Billy from himself. And Sally says she's done with Billy because of his Chancellor obsession. He chose it over Sally. Chelsea is a total hypocrite and starts lecturing Sally about ethics. And then she tells Sally, "You can't con me into giving back Newman Media." And then Chelsea tells Sally that it's gonna get bad. Sally doesn't do the right thing, and she says that Chelsea is acting like a true Newman. I agree with that statement. Audra and Noah are catching up at the GCAC with mutual compliments, and Audra is teasing him as they revisit some memories from their shared past. And she tells Noah she got her dream job, and he congratulates Audra. But then Noah kind of freaks out when he finds out she's running Newman Media under the auspices of Abbott Com, and says it was stolen from his family. Kyle joins them and asks about Audra's law-breaking, but she says she and Sally didn't break any laws. That was Billy and Phyllis. So Kyle agrees with Audra that Adam and Victor don't deserve any sympathy and had it coming. And Noah insists that Victor didn't deserve to lose everything, but Kyle and Audra disagree. Kyle says it's long overdue that Victor needed to pay, and he thinks there should be a parade to celebrate his downfall. And Noah doesn't like that at all, so he checks out and goes. Audra and Kyle chuckle about the fact that they are actually on the same side for a change. Victoria and Nick wonder if Victor left Genoa City to go chasing Phyllis down, and Victoria tells Nick they need to use Phyllis's kids against her, but Nick's not interested, and he's groggy. And Victoria wants to know what's going on, and Nick says his pain meds relaxed him, and he does not want to weaponize his daughter's summer. Victoria says if they get Summer and Daniel to threaten to shun Phyllis, then she'll back down. And Victoria thinks that Phyllis will give back Newman to repair things with her kids. But Nick says he's not doing anything till they hear from Victor, 'cause he's working on his own thing. But Victoria's all worked up and says this whole situation's gonna kill their dad. And Nick says Phyllis isn't gonna back down, even with the ultimatum, because she thinks she's getting justice. And Nick again says, just let Mix handle it. But Victoria thinks that Victor is going to get sloppy and mess things up because he's so worked up. And Victoria says she'll just go ahead and do the plan without Nick. But he says, okay, look, just let me think about it overnight. He's too tired right now, he says, because he's healing. For what it's worth, the side effects of fentanyl include drowsiness, confusion, and a state of extreme relaxation. Sounds like Nick in a nutshell on Monday's episode. On Tuesday, February 24th, on Young and the Restless, it's Season 53, Episode 97. Daniel is with Tassa at Crimson Lights when Phyllis barges in fresh off her trip, and she's raging. She calls out his full name, Daniel Romo Jr., and shouts that she will never forgive her son for this. So whatever Phyllis is mad about, looks like Daniel really doesn't care, and he claps back at Phyllis. And Daniel tells Phyllis he's done with her. She's out of his life for what she did now. She should be expecting this, 'cause Daniel kind of already warned her that if she kept on with Kane and her revenge games, that they would be done. I bet Phyllis is going to play some sort of victim card. Plus, Victoria has a warm moment with Nate on Tuesday. They're getting a lot closer, despite them saying, oh, it's just friends. Maybe we'll get that spark soon. Victor is back, but he won't tell Nikki what he was doing while he was out of town. Did he indeed go after Phyllis, or did he go see Lily? Wednesday, February 25th, is Season 53, Episode 98 of Young and the Restless. And Kane is getting grilled by Devin. He wants to hold him accountable for what? Is Devin going to blame Kane for Lily being collateral damage? And I suspect that Kane is going to tell Devin that Victor kidnapped Lily, and he can show him the photo that Holden sent that pretty much looks like Lily has been kidnapped. Meanwhile, Victor announces to the family that Matt Clark has disappeared. The GCPD released him from police custody, and then he took off. And of course, dirty Detective Annie is probably helping him. She's probably still lurking around Genoa City, waiting for Matt to get out and drugged up. Nick is enraged and panicked, saying that Matt could be anywhere. Nick says Matt could even be on the ranch right now, and Nick demands to know how this even happened. Victor's determined to shut Matt down, but wonders if they're going to get a lead if not. You know, creepy. Matt Clark is going to have the upper hand. Sharon and Nick, though, come up with a plot to turn things around on. Matt, I wonder if Nick and Sharon are going to try and lure Matt out. The thing is, Nick's not thinking very clearly. He's not really reliable right now. This might put Sharon in danger. Thursday, February 26th on Young of the Restless is Season 53, Episode 99. Noah's glad Sienna is back to Genoa City, which is terrible timing because Matt's on the loose and now Noah is very worried that she is in danger. So Sharon, Noah, and Nick are talking with Sienna at Crimson Lights, and I'm sure they discussed Matt being on the loose. Sienna did feel safe coming back to Genoa City to see Noah, but now this is a whole different level. Kane makes a confession to Phyllis on Thursday, and Nate and Devin demand answers from Victor on where Lily is. And Nate and Devin are worried because she's been radio silent. I'm curious if Victor lies and denies Nate and Devin head back to the Chancellor Mansion, looking concerned, and they tell Abby they have a lead on Lily and they need to go check it out. Friday, February 27th, this Season 53, Episode 100 of The Young and the Restless, and Audra intervenes to stop Sally from making a big mistake. Maybe it's getting back with Billy, or maybe it's caving into pressure and giving back. Newman Media. Lauren unexpectedly receives an offer. This could be from somebody in town, but I kind of wonder if it has something to do with another CBS soap, because F. Moores has been name-dropped on Beyond the Gates a few times lately. Now we know there is some crossover action coming with Diane and Jack and Kyle and Victor. They're all going to be going to be on the Gates for a crossover. But Lauren and F. Moores have specifically been name-dropped because there's a purse line over on the other show. If you don't watch it, it's a good show if you're not watching it. And Nick and Victoria on Friday, a trap. We'll see if Matt falls into it. Come back soon for our weekly predictions. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode.